welcome back to Manju Ki Angrezi Pathshala. So in previous video, I told you about the importance of preparation that is going to make you perfect or confident enough that you can talk about yourself in front of the interviewer. So now the first question that everybody asks, and everybody knows that this is the question which everybody is going to ask, that is, tell me about yourself. Now before I tell you about all the points that you need to cover in this question, I would like to tell you this question may be asked in different ways. So you can make a note of it. The first one is, tell me about yourself. Introduce yourself. Take me through your resume. Go through your resume. Could you tell me something about yourself? Brief me about yourself. Or it could be asked in the way that tell me about your life. Okay, so now remember that all these questions, the meaning of all these questions is same. Okay, that you have to, or you're supposed to talk about yourself. Okay, you can't talk about something which you did yesterday, something which doesn't make sense at all. So number one, do not presume that this question will be asked in the same way. Tell me about yourself. All right, so just be prepared about it. Now second, what are those points that you are going to cover? Okay, number one, your name has to be absolutely crisp and clear. You shouldn't sound dull. Okay, like I am Manju. Good morning. My name is Manju Bisht. It has to be crisp and clear. Okay. My name is Akash Deep Singh. It shouldn't be like he will that he has to ask you again and again. What? Right? So it has to be crisp and clear. Remember that you should be proud of taking your name. It should be that important. Now here also, when the interviewer asks you, okay, so Ashish Sharma, tell me about yourself. Now here, because he has taken your name already, you are not supposed to tell the complete name. All right. So here you can start with your qualification or the place you live in. All right. Or the work experience that you have. Okay, so here you don't have to repeat your name because he has already taken your name. So here he checks your spontaneity, he checks your how attentive you are. But if he says, all right, Ashish, so tell me about yourself. Tell me something about yourself. Here you can say, well, sir, my complete name is Ashish Sharma. My complete name is Suhana Singh. Got it? So these are small things which you need to keep in mind while giving your introduction. You need to be attentive. All right. So number one, greetings. Then when he asks name, complete name. So then third point comes here is the place you are from or you live in. All right. After that, you will talk about your qualifications. Now, if you are experienced, if you have worked somewhere, you can talk about your work experience first. And here, whenever we talk about work experience or our qualifications, it's really important to talk about it in reverse chronological order. Okay. So now what is this chronological? Chronological means in sequence. Okay. Like first thing comes first, then second, then third. But here when we say reverse chronological order, that means like whatever I'm doing presently, that I'm supposed to speak first, and then the prior experience or prior qualifications that I've completed. All right. So for example, presently I am working with ABC company. Okay. And prior to this, I was working, or in 2012, I was working for so-and-so organization. Got it? So we will talk about our experience and qualifications in reverse chronological order. Remember that. Okay. So now work experience and qualification. When you talk about your work experience, remember that you don't have to just take name. Here because you're talking about your roles and responsibilities. You are talking about the work experience that you have got. So here you have to explain a bit about your work experience, like what position are you working at, what are your roles and responsibilities, if any accolades or any awards or any certificate you have got, any promotion you have got in a year or 2 years or 5 years. It depends. All right. And for freshers who haven't worked at all, they don't need to mention anything about work. You can't say that I'm a fresher, or you don't have to say that, that I haven't worked anywhere. Okay. They have your resume, so they know whether you have worked or not. So if you haven't worked, don't ever say that. So after work experience comes your qualifications. Again, it has to be in reverse chronological order. And so for example, if you're doing post graduation, or if you're doing MBA or MCA, so you will talk about that first, then you will talk about your graduation and school education. So when you talk about your qualifications, for example, if you talk about postgraduate program or MBA or MCA, whatever, so then after that you need to talk about the projects that you have completed, or if you are doing any project presently, any participation you had, okay, or participated in any kind of extracurricular activity, sports or painting or anything for your for your school or for your college. You can talk about that. After that, you can talk about your technical qualifications if you have any, or you can add this with your qualification if that is related to that. Okay, related to your qualifications, or if you have done that simultaneously. So after talking about your work experience, hobbies, or something that you do in your free time, something that for that you take out your time, and do that. For example, gardening, music, singing, or playing any sport, or it could be anything, but it has to be constructive. You can't say that I love sleeping in my free time. You can't say that at all. Okay, you can talk about traveling, that in every 6 months you make sure that you go to some place and explore. So you love exploring new places, or maybe after 2 months, 3 months, or trekking. So any that kind of activity. Reading books, okay, enhancing vocabulary. All right. So but when you talk about your leisure activities, or your interests, or your whatever you're passionate about, or whatever you do constructively apart from your studies, or daily routine, you should know something to talk about that thing. For example, if you say I love traveling, then you should know which all places you have traveled to, because you have to really prove what you speak in front of the interviewer. He may ask you a lot of questions related to any sentence that you speak. So you have to be prepared for that. That said, that it is really important to do preparation. All right. So if you talk about music, you should be able to talk about music, or your favorite singer. Okay. If you talk about or any adventure activity that you like to do. So it is really important. And when you speak, it is important to be expressive. You cannot just tie your hands, you cannot just sit in any posture. It has to be correct. You need to bend a little forward, which shows that you are interested in the conversation. So you cannot be stiff or slouching, you need to be expressive. Okay. It is important to make eye contact with the interviewer. All right. So after hobbies, you are supposed to talk about your family, not in detail, but a little bit about your family. Okay, because they are more interested in knowing about you, not about your family. But you have to give a little idea about family, how many members are there, like that. Then you will talk about your ultimate aim. Remember that while talking about your introduction, you will never ever talk about anything negative about yourself, or your weaknesses. Okay, never ever. You can't say that I am bad at communication, I am hesitant to talk in front of people. Never ever say that. Okay, that's a big no. And so that is how you are going to talk about these points. Okay, so this is what you need to practice now. So do that much, and then I am going to tell you how you are going to actually talk about it effectively. So I'm going to give maybe give an idea about grammar that you use appropriately while talking about yourself. For example, how we say I have completed, and why do we say I completed it in year 2015. So what is the difference and all we will discuss in next video. Thank you so much.